And a good Sunday morning, everyone. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights in Worcester, Vermont. Frosty temperatures are out there, and in some locations, as it looks right now, with temperatures having dipped into the 30s and a few low 30s. Let's take a look. So we're seeing those temperatures, a little bit of touch of fall, and many locations seeing temperatures in the 40s and down into the 30s. A little bit of a different aspect that's been going on, but looks like the coldest temperatures we've seen so far around Canaan, Vermont. I believe a 33 degrees was located, yes, here in the Northeast Kingdom wildlands there in Granby, Vermont. Most everything else seems to be above, say, about the mid-30s or a little bit warmer than that. And we have a little weather system that's up to the north and west, producing actually some pretty windy conditions. As this swirl approaches our region, we see this little comma cloud, the tail here, our frontal boundary. That's going to sweep in basically later on overnight tonight and into the early morning hours on Monday. The other thing we're watching, of course, is the hurricane that's in the sort of development phase. It looks like it could spin up to become a 2, Category 3, and basically carry over in the exceedingly warm high sea surface temperatures due to climate change, all of that in the Gulf of Mexico, feeding these very quick spin-up storms. And this one's an oddball because most of our storms travel from the east to west in the easterly trade winds and northeasterly trade winds. This is steering currents are caught up basically from late in the season from kind of southwest to northeast or almost east-northeast, and that's going to cut across Florida, and this is producing a real threat here for another hurricane for Florida. This has been talked about and it looks like forecast very well by the longer range computer models, as another system will be following up, and it looks like it'll be affecting the heaviest rain in the northern one half of Florida, and of course a category which could be 2 or 3 landfall in the vicinity a little bit south of Tampa Bay. Let's take a look at the latest computer track. A little bit busy on the Gulf Coast, as you can see, with another hurricane expected to cross into Florida. This is, of course, this tropical storm Milton. We're in the M's now. And so spinning up to Category 1, 2, into a 3. Looks like some potential decrease as it makes landfall, so at least a weakening storm, and then cutting across Florida. Of course, in between, the land of nowhere, we have areas of higher pressure controlling everything. And up in our neck of the woods, we're going to see that little tail end of precipitation begin to work into the region. As you can see it right here, it's up to the north and west of us. A lot of sunshine, a lot of fog burning off, as I just showed you as well. Melting back. That'll take probably another couple of hours, but needless to say, we do have some clouds that'll be on the increase, and eventually just a little band of precipitation. And a quick look at the European model 3-hourly total QPF. What you can see here is the precipitation coming in 3-hourly increments. Begins to affect the northern Champlain Valley as early as about 03Z. It's going to be pretty late as we get toward midnight, and then that works on through during the overnight period. 09Z, it's about 4 in the morning, and then by or 5 in the morning, and then that 8 o'clock in the morning, just tailing off with a few leftover sprinkles, and some of those sprinkles will linger, it looks like, during the morning hours, and most of that then works on out during the afternoon. Still a little bit of a wetter pattern, and this particular system will be a little healthier and probably drop somewhere around 1 to 2/10 of an inch, maybe up to 1/4 of an inch. Doesn't look like a whole lot. And this being the coldest morning with 35-ish, and that's kind of what we had here in Worcester, Vermont for an overnight low. I suspect, again, there were some colder temperatures, but a lot of us saw these kind of temperatures. 65 projected high today. Tomorrow a little bit cooler, and then we dip down basically Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then back up towards 60 by the time we hit next weekend. A little bit more active weather expected, and just looking at the surface summary forecast, you can see that this blue line here is sky cover, so the cloudiest conditions are going to be taking place during the overnight period with that frontal boundary. We have a south wind blowing in and then a frontal passage. Somewhere tomorrow morning, that's going to be probably somewhere about mid to late morning, and the winds will shift to light speeds out of the northwest. Not a whole lot going on. This is our total QPF, so indicated somewhere around 3 to 4/10 by this particular computer model, human tweaked at this point in time. That's the weather for this coming week. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights.